Okay, so I'll admit that calling this the overworld is quite generous, but it technically is. Back in Minecraft indev, before the nether or any dimensions were even added, they had a theme button for the world, and one of the themes was literal hell. In this version, all water is replaced by lava, and it is always night, meaning hostile mobs always spawn, and passive mobs are much rarer. This isn't even to mention that all indev worlds were basically hardcore, because if you died you had no options except to generate a new one. Can I survive in this hostile environment from old Minecraft? Let's find out. The gameplay started and you'll immediately notice something odd. I spawned into a starter house made of wood planks with a smooth stone floor. This was a feature that was in indev but was removed in indev. Hopefully it would make surviving this terrible world easier. So I started how every Minecraft playthrough does. I punched a tree to get some oak planks. No, like literally when I broke logs, planks would fall out. After I punched a tree, I ran back inside to make my crafting table. I couldn't risk getting caught outside by mobs which were already starting to spawn. I made a wooden pickaxe and set out towards some coal I had seen exposed when I went to get the tree. I got all the coal and some stone and headed right back into the house. I made a furnace and a stone pick, then I made some torches, which would be a very important resource because the only way I could get hostile mobs to stop from spawning was to light up the area, since it's always night. So I ran outside lighting the place up and got attacked by some mobs. I ran inside, and since doors weren't added yet, I blocked off the top so I could still hit the mobs through the bottom. I made a hole in the corner of the house for a strip mine, and crafted a stone sword and shovel. I dispatched the mobs outside and broke out. I went straight towards the iron I saw next to the coal and got it. It was only 3, so I explored the surrounding area and found another small cave. And can I point out how weird cave generation was in indev? Like, this cave kind of just is like super skinny and, I don't know, weird looking. Anyway, I grabbed some more iron, and this was a bigger vein. Indev was a time of testing for Minecraft, so a lot of these ore veins were huge and generated really odd. I gathered some more coal from the cave since torches were going to be a very important resource, and I had to deal with a skeleton, which by far were the most annoying mob in this version. I started smelting my iron and made a crap ton more torches. I lit up a large patch of grass next to my base so that I could get some passive animals spawning. Pigs were the only way I could get food, so I'd need to get as many of them as possible. Once things started working as I intended to, I would later dub this grassy area Pig Valley. I found some more exposed iron, but my pickaxe broke. I ran back to my house, but I forgot to block off the entrance and had to deal with some unexpected visitors. I made another furnace for greater smelting efficiency, and then finished patching up the hole and made an axe to complete my stone tool set. I mined the rest of the iron and went back to the house, this time remembering to block off the door. I made full iron armor as well as an iron sword and pickaxe. While doing some exploring, I was jumped by 2 skeletons and they got me down to 3 hearts. Since I have no food, I'd have to be on 3 hearts for the foreseeable future, until I could get some pigs to spawn at least. I ran back to my house and started strip mining and immediately ran into a cave. I staircased down and found my first bit of gold. I was mining for a while, and when I dug up to the surface, I found that the grass around my base had grew significantly. I went inside and started smelting away, crafting more torches and lighting up the area further. I also got my first pig spawn, and I made another furnace for cooking food. I went outside and found another pig spawn and had a scary encounter with the skeleton. After killing him using my house strats, I ate a little to finally get back some reasonable health, and continued cooking food. I also made myself an axe and a shovel to complete my iron tool set. I made a couple gold blocks and placed them outside my house because why have wealth if you can't brag about it to those who don't? I added a white and gray rug in my house since the sheep drop either gray, white, or light gray, or a mixture of these when punched. I continued farming the pigs that spawned and made a double chest for storage. I continued the strip mine down to bedrock and found my first diamonds. Then I found more. When I got back to base, I put them safely away and started constructing a cobblestone wall around the starter house and partially around Pig Valley. After that, I continued mining and hit the bedrock wall that acted as the world border in indev, and also found a huge cave. I found a lot more diamonds in this cave, and a pig somehow was down here. I got back to base and made full diamond armor and a diamond sword. At this point, not only was I surviving, but I was thriving, but before I left hell, there were a couple things I wanted to do. So I started using all my spare gold and iron to build myself a throne because I was at this point the self-proclaimed king of hell. I got jumped by a couple mobs while constructing this, but eventually finished and I sat in it. Then before I left, I wanted to get a bow, so I killed some spiders, got some string and made one. Then I tested it out on some mobs. I had finally finished and could leave hell. I know this video is probably on the shorter side, but I wanted to get out something different so the indev world doesn't get super stale, and this challenge was surprisingly hard given that it's always night. I definitely want to play and do some videos on the various indev themes and world types, so expect more mini episodes on these in the future. And if you want to try to play these themes for yourself, I would highly recommend going to betacraft.uk and downloading the Betacraft launcher, as it has many old versions not shown in the original Minecraft launcher. Anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching, and that's it from me.